Code Ninjas is an educational franchise concept in the United States, based and founded in Texas. And they've grown from one location in 2017 all the way up to 200 plus locations in 2021. Now, that's pretty aggressive growth that I'm a little concerned of, because I've seen systems go from 1 or 2 locations up to 500 in a few years. And with that rapid growth, generally there's a lot of franchise failure, or a higher rate of franchise failure than another franchise concept like Marco's Pizza that went from 0 to 1,000 in a little over 40 years. Code Ninjas primarily helps kids with programming, coding, math, and other scientific skills. They generally operate in retail spaces between 1,200 square feet to 2,400 square feet. The franchise fee for a Code Ninjas franchise is $31,000, which is pretty in line with retail service and education concepts that we've seen. The Code Ninjas franchise costs really vary, anywhere from $130,000 up to the high end of $348,000, according to the FDD they released in 2021. Major variance is going to be the leasehold improvements, anywhere from $30,000 up to $165,000. And then the furnishing, equipment, etc., that's going to go all the way up to around $70,000. Based on the royalty income Code Ninjas, the franchisor, has been earning with their hundreds of franchisees, as well as the number of locations at the end of 2019, we calculated that the average revenue of a Code Ninjas franchisee in 2020 was around $140,000. Now, this could be higher. Is it higher than $200,000? Most likely not. Would it have been higher than $200,000 if there wasn't a big pandemic going on? Probably, yes. I'd be curious to see Code Ninjas franchise disclose in item 19 and save the time for those that are interested in investigating a Code Ninjas franchise, as you're going to have to reach out to 5, 10 Code Ninjas franchisees to request their P&Ls and understanding their financials, as Code Ninjas corporate does not disclose an item 19 in their franchise disclosure document, at least from their 2021 FDD. Now, even if the franchise sales were higher, say $300,000, if you have a profit margin of 15% up to 30%, you can expect to be making $45,000 to $90,000. Now, if you invested on the low end and you're not working 40, 50 hours a week, that's not a bad income coming from the business. However, if you invested $300,000 and you're working 40, 50 hours a week, that might not be the best investment, especially if the profit margin is closer to 15%. It could take you a good 8 to 10 years to recoup your capital investment. However, you should definitely talk to franchisees, those that are much more active, those that are less active, to understand if the franchise payback is closer to 3 years or the franchise payback is more like 8, 9 years. It's really important to keep the cost down if you're opening any franchise, especially with a Code Ninjas franchise, where there is such a big variance between the low end around $130,000 all the way up to $340,000 plus. Key, do your due diligence, talk to franchisees, ask for the profit and loss. You have to say it in a nice way, and you can't start the conversation saying, hey, show me your financials, but try to get the information you need, including the financial information, before making a decision to go forward with any franchise.